Divine greetings, beloveds, and welcome to Stars and Stacks, the podcast. Here I get to share with you not only how to read your stars, but also curate your stacks. So let's dive in. Right now, we are feeling the immediate impact of Jupiter turning direct in Cancer. And the last 4 months, the energy of Jupiter in Cancer and retrograde, you most likely have felt in a variety of different ways. If you're a water sign, you most likely felt it in your digestive system. If you're an air sign, more than likely, more so from the crown down. If you are an earth sign, again, then from the ground up. And if you're a fire sign, from deep within your inner self. And why? Because Jupiter expands. And now that it's direct, we are feeling its impact where most likely you would have never thought, but it is your nervous system. And I am here to share with you what emotional expansion looks like in your birth chart, by house. I'm sorry. And so why am I sharing this? Because as an astrologist, as a spiritual advisor, as a yoga teacher, a librarian, all the things that I am, I recognize more importantly that astrology is not just about the knowledge that it supports us with our cosmic map out there in the world, in the cosmos, I should say, in the sky, but also its imprint on us within our bodies. We can feel this energy deep within us. We know when a full moon is coming, women especially, because of our natural cycles within our bodies. And so when this energy of Jupiter, the expander, the lucky charm, as they say, the planet that likes to bring us good luck, turns direct out of a retrograde, what that does is bring in immediate sensation in our nervous system. And that is what we are here to talk about. So for months, you may not have noticed it, but your body did. That tension in your shoulders, the restless sleep, wanting to do something, pausing before you moved. And so Jupiter being retrograde was telling us to pause. Our nervous systems might have felt out of alignment, but we were being told to pause. Jupiter was in retrograde. And so when we are then now that it's direct and we're being guided to exhale, this is how Cancer really governs the body's landscape. So our instincts around safety and belonging and nourishment and protection, now that Jupiter is moving forward, we're going to feel that because our body is going to say, now you can release. Now what you've been holding on, what you've been on pause can now move forward. And so with that, take a deep breath. Let it out of your mouth. Because Cancer feels, Cancer is intuitive. And when we start to think about astrology beyond the term of events, beyond the full moon, the new moon, beyond our relationships and travel and all the things that we know astrology for, when we start to think about how the body feels the transits before the shifts occur, this is why you've been feeling things in your body so deeply. So this is emotional regulation. This is safety signals. This is nourishment, and this is muscle memory. And as I shared, Jupiter represents forward movement and expansion. And so now that it's direct, we're going to feel more powerful, like we can exhale. So where this release is really going to be felt is where Cancer and Jupiter is in your chart. So I'm going to take you on a little brief journey so you can see what it feels like. And then I'm going to invite you to look at your birth chart and see what house it's in. And so I'm also just going to ask you, make sure you share this with your friends, your family, and your loved ones so you'll all know how you're relating to each other. One of the things that I love sharing about astrology and, my years as a spiritual advisor and counselor, as well as a yoga teacher, is how to really embody your stars. And this is knowledge that most, on the social media streets don't talk about, because we have to start to see and recognize our bodies feel everything, and especially the planets. And a lot of times we only think about how the moon makes us feel. But there are 11 other planets, well, 10 actually, that we could talk about, and even asteroids and how they impact us. So again, take a moment here and breathe. So Jupiter direct in Cancer feels like in your nervous system first house. This feels like your body can feel safe again. There is a physical shift. You may notice the deeper breathing as I shared, improved posture, or simply feeling more comfortable in your skin. Your nervous system moves out of vigilance and into presence. So, this is really about a sense of embodied safety. Second house. This is where in your nervous system you can relax around scarcity stress and begin to bring in ease. So, any of the survival concerns, the money, security, self worth are all tied to this house. So, Jupiter turning direct can feel like a true breath of fresh air, and allowing yourself to release the financial anxiety and allow your body to feel stable. Take a deep breath. Third house, the mental noise is getting quieted. This is an opportunity for your overstimulated mind to calm down. So your nervous system doesn't need all the conversations, all of the distractions. Now it's time for clarity. So allow that to happen. Take a deep breath. Fourth house. This is an opportunity for your true emotional safety to return. So, this is a powerful time. This is the house of Cancer. So, you're most likely feeling the need to get into your little cave, some nesting, some craving rest. You may be looking at karmic patterns that need to be processed and or released. So, your nervous system is remembering true emotional safety. Breathe, exhale. So, if you have identified your house already, go ahead and just type in, I exhaled. As we continue now to the fifth house. And as I said, please share this with your friends and family so they can start to see how this Jupiter energy is working through them. For the last 4 months, we've been really going through it. And so now that it's direct, it's giving us so much of our joy juice. Jupiter is, like I like to say, it's the planet of our joy juice. So, fifth house, this goes right in alignment with you, because this is when your joy is returned, when your pleasure becomes your medicine. So, this may be a time of more for creative expression for you, and your body really connecting to a time when you feel so good that you don't even know what to do. This is about you just being fully present and fully in your joy, and let your pleasure truly be your medicine. If that was for you, exhale. Sixth house, your body is going to ask for better cycles and really regulating your seasons. So, this is when your nervous system is really going to want to improve your habits, your daily routines, work habits. Anything that has felt unstable is now going to ask for structure. If this is you, exhale. And remember, when you get to your house, Allow your body to know that I exhale by typing it in the chat. And again, please share this with your friends, your family, your community, because now that it's gone direct and where it's sitting is also very important for our prosperity, which I'll be talking about in an upcoming episode. Seventh house. Now your relationships can start to really shift, and you'll feel this by knowing how you may have triggering responses. Now you know what it means to co regulate. Now you know the tools and the practices that you need to really regulate yourself in relationship and how you connect. So, whether it's essential oils or incense or some somatic exercises, some breath work, you now recognize what you need to really get into a place of feeling calm and supported, especially when you're in with the right people at the right time. So partnerships is really a source of stability for you now in your nervous system. Again, if this is you, exhale. Eighth house. This is the house where there has been some profound level changes, some emotional release, some breakthroughs, some insights around power and rebirth. And now the vulnerable, real, deep, centered you can come back in alignment. So this is really processing and journeying beyond any survival responses that have been stored in your body and your nervous system. And this is why I love sharing my work in chart and soul astrology, how your chart really does reveal a lot about where you are and what you may be going through. And, I like to share, and I actually wrote about it here in Substack, and I'll go ahead and restack it so you can see how astrology really is the new therapy. And I'll be continuing to talk about this because it allows you to see astrology not as just personal development, but actually as a tool that it is. It is a science that allows us to process through our nervous system. So if that was you, eighth house, exhale. Ninth house, we've got four more to go. So, ninth house, this is when faith has been restored. So, your body, your nervous system allows you to expand through your perspective. It allows you to let life become more meaningful, more spiritually grounded, more travel, more exploration of who you are and who you want to truly become. So, this is about truly your perspective expanding. 10th house. This is where then your career and visibility are going to energetically shift and stabilize because your purpose becomes a force. This is where you are no longer performing and the imposter has been identified. This is now where you feel more aligned instead of exhausted because you are on purpose and in alignment with what and who you are. So you've really had to learn about your work style, your work energy, the work you want to do. So purpose is really becoming a focus for you. And so allow it to be easy. Breathe. 11th house. You are being wired at this time for belonging. And when I say belonging, this is really about your community. And so responding positively, feeling the energy around collaborations, around your home, maybe even around you know, different family dynamics. And because we are wired for belonging, this is an energy where, again, having community is going to feel so important because it supports your nervous system. This is also why knowing about human design is also so impactful and why I love sharing it and working with it myself, on a daily basis. Because when we recognize how our human design and astrology work together to truly support our nervous system, that, beloveds, is where the magic happens and really is part of the, system that I've created that is Cosmicnomics, because it starts with wellness and then it goes into your woo, which then leads into your wallet. But more on that at another time. So, 12th house, our last and final house. So, this is the deep, reflective time when your dreams are more vivid, when your emotional processing is happening, and you are in a deep cycle of overdue repair, recalibration. And so you may be wanting more sleep, more solitude. Get yourself a dream journal now, because you are restoring parts of you that have been totally reframed. So, this is deep integration. You really are now embodying your stars and want to continue doing that deep work, because the energy around the 12th house, we've really been going through it in the last, you know, 6 to 8 months. And so now that Jupiter is direct and we've got this Jupiter in Cancer until June 26th, energy that's going to allow us to expand, to get lucky, shift any thought of lack into expansion and into true prosperity, and really amplifying what I call your lunifesting powers, which is learning and really working with the moon to not, I don't like to say manifest, but to really vibrate that which you desire to you through connecting to the moon, instead of manifesting, which is you focusing on something with your mind. We don't get what we think about, we get what we vibrate with. And when you work with the moon and its energy, then you're working with cosmic energy, as not coming through another person, but coming truly from the heavens above to support you in your life and lifestyle. And so I hope that you have learned something about yourself and want to continue learning more about yourself through this lens of astrology. And this is why I created Stars and Stacks, so you can see the stars as well as get some book downloads. And so I want to make sure that you have checked out your book astrology for 2026. I'll be doing some spring editions very soon, but check out your yearly book astrology over there on YouTube, where I share with you the themes, highlights and hotspots, books that you should be looking out for you based on your book astrology. This is books that you will absolutely feel connected to through not just your inner or your outer, but truly through your inner. And so, again, I'm so grateful to bring you the Stars and Stacks podcast. Please make sure you like and share. Please follow me over there on YouTube. Get your color astrology for the week. Check out your book astrology and more to come, including there is so much good stuff coming up. So make sure you are in the email community and you know your book astrology. As soon as we get out of this Mercury retrograde, there is lots to come. So stay tuned, because I'll be sharing things all week long, sending you so much love and light. Tune in, turn on, and keep on shining.